My dear friends, welcome back. I know many of you are living through challenging times right now. Prices are rising, bills keep arriving, and sometimes it feels like every dollar is being stretched thinner and thinner. For seniors, for pensioners, and for families depending on fixed incomes, every update from Centrelink, every change in payments, and every new policy announcement can make a huge difference in your daily life. That's why today's update is so important, because October 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most significant months for pensions and benefits in Australia. Before we dive into all the details, I want to pause for just one moment. If you are new here, or if you've been watching but haven't yet subscribed, I'd love for you to join our community. We are like a big family here, where we share updates, news, and tips that help everyday Australians, especially our seniors, understand what's really happening with their money, pensions, and government benefits. Hit that subscribe button now, because you don't want to miss the coming updates that could directly affect your wallet. Now, let's talk about why this video matters. October is not just another ordinary month on the calendar. For millions of Australians, it is the month when exact pension payment dates line up in a way that could help ease your budget planning. On top of that, there are hidden bonus benefits, small but powerful changes, and extra payments that many people don't even know they qualify for. Some of these can mean hundreds of extra dollars in your pocket, if you know what to look for and how to claim them. That's why I want you to stay with me until the very end of this video, because what you'll learn here could genuinely help you breathe a little easier this month. Think about it for a moment. Imagine knowing not only the day your pension will arrive, but also discovering that you may be entitled to a bonus payment, an extra allowance, or even an increase that you weren't expecting. That's exactly what we are going to uncover today. Together, we'll break it all down: step-by-step payment schedules, hidden benefits, and what's new in October 2025. And don't worry, I'll explain everything in clear, simple words. You don't need to be an expert in government policy to follow along. All you need is a few minutes, and I promise by the end, you'll feel informed, prepared, and empowered. All right, friends, now that we've set the stage, let's get into the details that matter most. When will your pension arrive this October? For anyone living on a fixed income, knowing the payment dates ahead of time isn't just convenient, it's essential. It helps you plan your bills, your groceries, and even those small but important things like birthdays, family visits, or a simple trip to the shops. For October 2025, the government has confirmed that age pension payments will continue to follow the regular fortnightly schedule. This means that depending on your payment cycle, you'll see your money arrive either in the first half of the month or the second half. The first round of payments for October is expected in the week beginning Monday, October 6th, and the second round will land in the week beginning Monday, October 20th. Now, some of you may already know your set cycle. It might be every second Tuesday or Thursday. But for those who are still adjusting or new to the pension system, let me explain. Centrelink staggers payments so that not everyone is paid on the same exact day. That's why two people in the same family, even living in the same house, may see their money arrive on different days. It all depends on when your first payment cycle began. So, what should you expect? If you're on the age pension, you'll likely receive your first October payment between October 7th and October 10th. Your second one will then fall between October 21st and October 24th. These are the main windows you need to keep in mind. If you're on the disability support pension or carer payment, you'll follow the same calendar, since those payments are also issued on a fortnightly basis. I know from many of your messages that some people like to mark these dates on a wall calendar or set reminders on the phone. That's a fantastic idea, because it keeps you in control. When you know the day the money is coming, you can schedule your bill payments for the same week, avoiding late fees and extra stress. But here's the interesting part. This October, because of the way the calendar falls, many pensioners will feel like the payments arrive earlier than usual. That's because the month starts midweek, and the public holiday schedule doesn't interfere with transfers. So if you're used to waiting until the end of the week, you might find your October payment showing up a day or two earlier than expected. It may sound like a small detail, but think about it: having your money a day or two sooner can make a real difference if you've been holding out until payday. That's one of the reasons this October is being described as friendlier for pension recipients. Now, let's also clear up one common question. What happens if your payment day falls on a public holiday? Normally, Centrelink processes the money one business day earlier. For October 2025, there aren't any major national holidays that directly clash with pension days. But remember, state-based holidays like Labor Day in some states can sometimes shift things. If you're in New South Wales, South Australia, or the ACT, Labor Day is observed on October 6th. That means if your scheduled payment was due that day, it would likely be processed the business day before, on Friday, October 3 Road. So, if you're living in one of those states, you might see your pension come through right before the long weekend, a nice little bonus for your planning. And friends, let me remind you, knowing your payment dates is just the first step. In the next part, we are going to uncover what many are calling the hidden bonuses, extra payments, supplements, and little-known benefits that some seniors may not even realize they're entitled to. These could make October even more rewarding than just your regular pension. Now that you know when your main pension payments will arrive this October, let's talk about something even more exciting: the extra help, the hidden bonuses, and the little-known benefits that many Australians either forget about or simply don't know they can claim. These can sometimes add hundreds of dollars a year to your budget, and October is the perfect time to double-check what's available to you. First, let's start with the pension supplement. This is an additional payment on top of the regular age pension, designed to help cover everyday costs like utilities, phone bills, and even transport. Some seniors overlook this because it isn't always clearly separated in their payment breakdown. It's bundled together. But make no mistake, it's there, and it's your right to receive it. The exact amount depends on whether you're single or part of a couple, but for many, it means an extra $35 to $50 a fortnight. Over the course of a year, that's hundreds of dollars more in your pocket. Then there's the energy supplement. With power bills climbing every quarter, this small but steady payment is more important than ever. It doesn't sound huge, often around $14 a fortnight for singles, but when you add it up, that's more than $360 a year. Think about what that can mean when electricity prices spike in summer. This supplement isn't seasonal, it's paid year-round, but it's especially valuable heading into the warmer months when air conditioners and fans run longer. Another hidden benefit that often goes unnoticed is the rent assistance program. If you're renting privately and paying above a certain amount, you could be eligible for extra financial support on top of your pension. With rents in Australia climbing faster than ever, many seniors qualify without realizing it. In October 2025, the maximum rent assistance for a single pensioner is expected to remain just under $180 a fortnight. That's a big difference for anyone trying to balance pension payments with rising housing costs. Now, let's not forget the concession cards. They aren't cash in hand, but they can save you serious money. The pensioner concession card gives you discounts on medications through the pharmaceutical benefit scheme, reduced costs on utility bills, and cheaper public transport. In many states, you can even get discounts on car registration and council rates. These savings might not look like a bonus payment on your bank statement, but when you add them up, they can easily equal or even surpass the value of an extra pension deposit. Here's another bonus many don't talk about: the advance payment option. If you find yourself struggling with an unexpected cost, maybe a broken fridge, car repairs, or medical expenses, you can apply to get part of your future pension paid to you in advance. It isn't free money, of course, because it comes out of future payments, but for many seniors, it's a helpful way to handle emergencies without turning to credit cards or loans with high interest. And finally, there's the state and territory-based bonuses. Some governments run additional one-off payments, rebates, or seasonal assistance programs. For example, in New South Wales and Queensland, energy rebate schemes provide hundreds of dollars in relief to pensioners every year. These vary by location, so it's always worth checking with your state's official services to make sure you're not missing out. So when we talk about hidden bonus benefits, we are really talking about stacking all these smaller streams together: pension supplements, energy supplements, rent assistance, concession savings, and rebates. Alone, each one might not feel life-changing, but together, they can make October a month where you feel that little bit lighter, knowing the system is giving back a bit more support when you need it most. In the next part, we are going to go even deeper and talk about pension indexation, the way payments are adjusted for inflation, and why October 2025 may bring some important news on whether payments will rise again before the end of the year. Friends, now that we've talked about the October payment dates and the hidden bonus benefits, there's one more topic that always sits at the heart of pension updates: indexation. For those who might not know, indexation is the process of adjusting pension payments to keep up with the rising cost of living. In simple terms, it means when inflation goes up, pensions are reviewed and, in most cases, increased to make sure people aren't left behind. In Australia, this happens twice a year, once in March and once in September. That means October is the first full month when you'll feel the impact of any increase from the September adjustment. And in 2025, with the cost of groceries, fuel, and housing still climbing, the September indexation has brought a modest but meaningful rise for pensioners. For a single pensioner, the base rate of the age pension has increased by a little over $25 a fortnight, while couples see a combined rise of around $38 a fortnight. These amounts may not sound like much in isolation, but when paired with supplements and allowances, they add up. Over a year, that's more than $650 extra for singles and over $1,000 extra for couples. That money might cover part of your energy bills, a new pair of glasses, or even a few extra trips to visit your children and grandchildren. Now, let's put this in perspective. Inflation has been stubborn in Australia, and many households are feeling the pinch more than ever before. That's why these indexation increases, even when they're not enormous, matter so deeply. They are recognition by the government that pensioners deserve some protection against rising prices. October is the first month where those updated rates roll steadily into your budget, and that's something to take comfort in. But beyond the numbers, there's something more important I want to leave you with today. Pension updates, payment dates, supplements, and indexation, they're all pieces of the puzzle. But the bigger picture is about security and dignity. Seniors in this country have worked hard, contributed to their families and communities, and now deserve to live without constant fear of falling short each month. Every update we share here is a step toward that goal. So as you head into October 2025, remember this: your payments are scheduled and reliable, your hidden benefits are there waiting to be claimed, and your pension has been adjusted to better reflect today's living costs. You are not forgotten, and every change, no matter how small, is part of ensuring you have the support you need. Before we close, if you found this update helpful, I ask you once more to subscribe to the channel. That simple click not only helps you stay up to date, but it also helps us grow this community of support. Share this video with a friend or family member who might need this information, and leave a comment below telling us how these updates affect you personally. Your stories matter, and they remind others that none of us are alone in this journey. Thank you, truly, for spending this time with me today. I hope this October brings you a little more peace of mind, a little more security, and maybe even a little joy knowing that support is on its way. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.